Okay, so welcome to class. It's 12:30 on a Friday, and I'm going to guide you through yoga, and hopefully it's for everyone. So really do what you can. If you've got any injuries or anything you're working with, just be mindful and modify if necessary. Okay, so always start with a body scan. So place the palms of your hands on your knees and I invite you just to close your eyes. Now, if you're not comfortable with that, just have a nice soft gaze past the nose. So let's take 2 cleansing breaths together, and that means we're going to breathe in through the nose and a nice long sigh through the mouth. So when you're ready, inhaling and exhale. So nice big inhale, filling up the belly and the chest. And exhale. So keeping the eyes closed if they are. And we'll just bring our focus down into our feet. Just make sure they're nice and relaxed. No muscles contracted. Every toe, both feet and both ankles. And let's come up into the lower legs and the knees. And the upper legs now. Just rest them down towards the ground. And now bringing our attention into our hips, our sitting bones, and just gently rock the pelvis forward very slightly. So you get a nice flat back in the lower part of the spine. And let's focus on the belly. Just let that belly hang out. And then draw it in towards the spine. So kind of suck it in a little bit, but try and keep the shoulders and the jaw relaxed. And then exhale, just let that belly hang out again. Nice. Let's leave it like that. So try not to contract it at the moment. As we bring our attention into our rib cage now. So let's see our rib cage is nice and soft, just underneath the shoulders, which is the nice and relaxed shoulders, melting away from the ears. And now let's think about the spine. So we're into the lower part of the spine where the sacrum is. And we're just traveling up into the mid-back and then up into the upper back and then up to the back of the neck. So let's lengthen the neck just by tucking the chin in very slightly. So the chin is just being drawn towards the chest, not much, maybe 2-3 millimeters. And then we carry on the energy up the neck into the head and let's shine that energy out of the crown. So we're sitting nice and long. And we're just coming into watching our breath now. So just inhaling and exhaling. So keeping the mouth closed now. We're going to breathe in for 4 counts and then out for 6 counts. If any time you want to come out of that rhythm, that's fine. Just go back to your normal rhythm of breath. So when you're ready, let's take an inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling to your own counts. And exhaling. And inhaling. And exhaling. Okay, so let's return back to your own rhythm of breath. The body should be really feeling calm now. And let's take the body round in circles. So you may want to open your eyes, and we'll take the body over the knees and then bring it back and really arch the upper back and bring the chin to the chest. So really slow, deliberate circles. Lovely. And then right back, opening the space between the shoulder blades. So inhale forward, chest comes forward, and then exhale, roll back. And let's change direction. And just notice how the body feels with these body circles. You'll notice you kind of weight goes from one sitting bone to the other, and the legs and the knees. And then we bring the body back to the center, and let's raise the hands up above the head, inhaling. Interlace the fingers, and let's place the palms up towards the sky. Great. So just let the shoulders soften down so we're not too starchy and rigid, and let the knees ground into the floor. So take a breath here. And then exhale, float the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and let's lift the chest up now. So lovely opening at the front chest and squeezing the shoulder blades together. Lovely. Now keep the hands interlaced and bring them round to the right side. So they're kind of sitting at the right waist. That's great. Let the elbow kind of go behind you. Try not to have the chicken wing forward. So bring it behind you. And then just look over to your right shoulder. So you'll feel a lovely opening now in front of the shoulder on the left side, possibly down the neck. Sitting up nice and long. And again, just relax those knees and legs down. Just take one more breath here, in and out. And then switch to the other side. So look forward. Take your hands to the left side waist now. And we're going to look to the left side. If that's too much, just keep facing forward. And just focus on our breath. Just natural breathing in and out. And then release the hands down, face forward. Raise the hands up above the head again. And we're going to twist round to the right this time. Left hand on right knee. And then the right hand just rests behind. So we're pivoting, or sorry, should I say rotating from where the bra strap is. So try and focus on that thoracic area. And on the exhale, just soften the body and see if you can look a little bit more over the shoulder. So let's just take one more breath here. And on the next in-breath, face forward, raise the hands up, and we'll twist round to the other side. Yeah, good job. Try not to force too much. Nice kind of soft, gentle moves, and the body will respond. So breathing nice and calm. And you'll just notice the difference from the one side to the other. Okay, so on the next in-breath, let's face front. The hands go above the head. And then gently take the hands to the ground. And then slide the hands away from you to come up onto your knees and come into a tabletop. So take away the cushion or the blanket that you were sitting on. And the hands are underneath the shoulders and the knees are underneath the hips. So evenly spread the fingers. Just take a look at the hands and press down with the fingertips and the knuckles. And it should release the wrists a little bit. So let's take some body circles here. So bending the elbows, take the body weight over the right hand, then the left hand, and then bring the hips back towards the heels. So really big circles, nice and easy, soft body. Just really opening now, loosening up the spine, getting the hips and the legs involved. And let's change direction. Checking in, see how the body feels. Taking the weight from one hand to the other and then back to the knees and the hips. And let's come back into our tabletop position and just draw the tummy in a bit towards the spine. So you get a nice flat back. You're looking down at the mat in between your hands, so your neck's just extending on from the spine. Now we'll take a breath here, drop the belly down a little bit, lift the tailbone and look forward. And on the exhale, like suck the belly in, draw it in towards the spine, roll the spine up to the sky, drop the head down, press into the hands and the knees and the tops of the feet. And then inhale, belly down. So this is our cat-cow pose with breath. And then exhale, round the spine up. So look like a cat, dropping the head down, letting go, pressing into the hands. And inhale, belly down. Look up, lift the tailbone up if you can. And then exhale, rolling the spine up. Really arch it up, press away with the ground. And then come back into your tabletop. Still having the core activated a little bit. Let's raise the right foot up towards the sky. So we're bending that right knee now. We're coming into like a tiger pose here. And we do cat-cow breath like this. So let's inhale. Let's lift the foot up a little bit. Belly comes down slightly. Look forward. Exhale, round the spine and bring the knee towards the nose. So inhale again, lifting up that tail, looking forward. And then exhale, rolling the knee towards the nose. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling. Lifting the leg up, look forward, and then exhale, roll in, knee towards the nose. Now keep the knee there, look to the top of your mat and see if you can place the right foot in between the hands now. Great job. Come up onto your fingertips and just let the hips rest down a little bit. So the back leg's at an angle and the front leg, you've got ankle underneath the knee. So fingertips, looking forward, really pressing the chest forward. And we're breathing nice and naturally. Now press into that front foot, raise the hands up, take a breath in, hands above the head, and then circle, exhale, rotate the arms back down. So 2 more circles with the arms. So inhale, lifting up. And exhale, circling back. So 1 more. Inhale, lift the hands up. And exhale all the way back and the hands come down to the ground. Left hand connects onto the mat and the right hand raises up into our nice side twist here. So you may want to look in front of you or maybe up to the top thumb or maybe down to the ground. Whatever feels comfortable for you. We'll just do 1 more breath here. Then lower the right hand down and then slide that right foot back into our tabletop. And we'll repeat that on the other side. So we've got tiger pose first. Raising the left foot up now. Take a breath in. Raise the foot a little more. Belly down a bit. Look forward. And then exhale, rounding the knee towards the nose. Inhale, lifting up that leg. Yeah, good job. And exhale, knee towards the nose. Let's do 1 more. Inhaling. And exhaling, bringing that knee towards the nose. So keep it there. Then look forward to the top of your mat and see if you can step the left foot through this time. Coming up onto the fingertips, bring the pelvis forward slightly so you get that lovely opening of the back leg and make sure the front leg's stacked nice and neatly. So chest forward, take an in-breath and just exhale. And on the next in-breath, let's raise the hands up, bring the body up, pressing into the front foot and circle the arms behind. So 2 more circles with the breath. Inhale. And then exhale. Really feeling that lovely opening of the shoulders. So inhale. And exhale. Bringing the hands down to the mat. Planting the right hand down, and let's raise the left hand up now to the side. Yeah, great. So taking a breath here, nice and easy. And then lowering that hand down, sliding the front foot back into tabletop, placing the knees and the ankles together. So toes are untucked, and let's send the hips back towards the heels. If you can, then lower the forehead to meet the floor, keeping the arms nice and extended. And there's an option, if you want to take it a little further, to come up onto the fingertips. So this is our child pose, Malasana. And we just rest here for 3 lovely long breaths. So take the breath into the whole body. You might notice it's a bit restricted because the belly's on the thighs. So breathe into the back rib cage. Okay, let's rise back up to our tabletop. Put the knees underneath the hips again. And we're going to come into our thread the needle. So put the weight in the left hand and raise that right hand up into like a side twist. And as we exhale, we're going to thread the hand underneath the left arm till the shoulder comes down to the ground and then the head may touch the floor. Let's do that a couple more times. So inhale, slide out, raise the right hand up, and then exhale, threading the needle all the way through, shoulder comes down, and then the head touches the ground if possible. And then let's do that one more time. Inhaling, lifting up, nice and slow moves. And then exhale, threading through. And we're going to wait here now. So as the shoulder hits the ground and the head, press into the ground with the shoulder a little bit. And you can stay here, or there's an option to slide that left hand above the head and come into fingertips. Check on your hips, make sure you've not sort of swayed to the left, pull them back to the right. And let's just take that left hand back to the side of the head, pressing in and lifting that right hand all the way up. And then back down into tabletop. And let's do that on the other side. So inhale, raising the left hand up. And then exhale, threading the needle down. Inhale, raising it up again. And exhale, down. So one more. Inhaling, nice and slow, lifting up. And exhale, threading down. We're just going to weight down so the shoulder touches the ground and the head, side of the head. Push the floor away with the shoulder a little bit. Square off your hips again. Make sure they're not over to the right. And an option to slide the right hand above the head, come up into your fingertips. So just take a couple of breaths here. And then sliding the hand back, pressing into it and coming back into your tabletop. Okay, we'll do a brief puppy pose. So walk the hands as far as you can above the head, keeping the palms down on the mat, and then gently lower the chest down. You can keep the chin forward if you like, or place the forehead down onto the ground. You're getting a lovely opening now underneath the arms, down the arms, under the armpits. and side body. Maybe just scoop that pelvis under a little bit just so it lengthens the back. And slowly press into the hands, gently walk the hands back. Tuck the toes under, and we're going to send the hips up for downward facing dog. So lifting the hips up, nice long back, pressing into the palms of the hands, and let's raise one heel and then the other, bending the legs. A little bit of movement, maybe shaking the head. And let's raise the right foot in the air. So float it up behind you, then bend the leg and come into your three-legged dog. So stack one hip over the other if you can. Take the breath into the hip. And then straighten up the pelvis and then send that right foot back down to the mat. And let's float the left foot up into the air now. So lifting up the left leg, pressing into the palms and fingertips, bend that left leg and then stack the hips. So coming into our three-legged dog. So taking the breath into the hip, really feeling that lovely opening. And then square off the hips and then send that left foot back down. Great job. Now let's walk the feet towards the hands. You might want to look forward to the top of your mat and slow baby steps all the way up to the top and forward fold. So keep the legs nice and bent and the belly comes down onto the legs. So just let the head hang down. So the palms are connected to the ground. Let's take 3 lovely slow breaths here. Okay, we're coming up to standing now. So let's roll that pelvis under. Slowly begin to rise. Press the floor away with your feet and slowly come up to standing. And raising the hands above the head, palms together, and then sliding down to your heart space. Let's just take a moment and stay here. Just noticing how the body feels today. And then take your toes slightly off the mat, so it's a nice sort of diagonal angle. We're going to come down into our squat. So gently come down, squatting all the way. Your heels may come up if you've got tight hamstrings. Gently, and then press the elbows into the knees, lifting the chest up and forward. And we'll just take a few breaths here. And gently put your hands behind you and come down into a seat. Soles of the feet on the ground, and we're going to roll all the way down, nice and controlled. And we'll bring the right knee with us, so interlace the fingers around the knee and send that left leg out straight. So squeezing the knee towards the chest if you can. If that's too much pressure on the lower back, bend the left leg again. So really make that lovely compression, knee to chest. And then release a little bit and bring it over the body. So coming into our spine twist. So try and keep both shoulder blades on the ground if you can. And then the knee comes over. And the breath coming into the right rib cage. Maybe closing your eyes. And resting in the space. And slowly unwinding. So bringing the knee up to the center. Placing it down, the foot down onto the ground, and then we transfer over to the other side. So switching, so left knee up, extend the right leg out, squeeze the knee up towards the chest if you can. And then gently bringing the left knee over to the right side now. Make sure both shoulder blades are on the ground if possible. And let the knee fall over around to the side. So notice how the body feels. Don't take it too far. Go to where it feels comfortable and quite a nice, good stretch and opening feeling. So relaxing here. Nice, slow breath. And when you're ready, slowly unwind. Sole of the foot comes down. And bring the right foot to meet it. And let's bring the knees up towards the chest and lift the head and shoulders and send the nose towards the knees. And let's come prepare for Shavasana. So corpse pose is extended legs out, let the toes just fall out to the side. And your arms are next to you, lying on the ground, palms facing up. Nice long back of the neck. Or if you've got any discomfort in the lower back, just bend the legs, place the knees together and have the soles of the feet connected to the ground. So let's take a lovely big breath in, filling up the belly, all the way up into the chest. Chest expands. And exhale through the mouth. I invite you for a couple of minutes now, in stillness, enjoy the peace and quiet, and just rest in this space. And watching your breath. So you're just noticing how the body moves on the in-breath and again on the out-breath. Yeah, coming around and maybe move your toes and your fingers. Introducing a bit more movement. Knees to chest maybe. Little side rock. Just loosen up that lower back and then rolling over to the right side. And then coming up to your seated position. So it's nice to rest your hands at your heart space or maybe in your lap. Your eyes may still be closed. And just take a moment. Just notice how you feel. You always give thanks to yourself for your practice, making time out of this busy life. And let's place the palms together now if they're not already, and the thumbs to the third eye. Gentle bow forward. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.